Good afternoon, everyone. Jonathan Davis here with Davis Autosports. Very excited to offer you guys an extremely rare and absolutely beautiful, perfectly well-maintained 2004 BMW X5. Now, just hear me out on this truck. This was a direct trade-in here at Davis Autosports. When the previous owner told me about a potential trade-in, he told me what he had, and on paper I said I wasn't interested. The more he talked to me about the truck, the more I found out just stuff that was extremely impressive about it. I entertained the trade, and I'm very, very happy that we did so. So starting off, 04 X5 3.0, extremely rare sport package, 6-speed manual. So that within itself is very, very cool. On top of that, an absolutely impeccable service history since day one of ownership. I'm just going to sort of go through some of the actual services that have been done from July 15th up till recent, and these are all extremely expensive and good services. There's a second page coming up, and all of this will be in our listing as well, but this thing has had every single thing that you would possibly want done to this thing. In addition to the 6-speed manual, the sport package, it comes with a ton of extras. You have a sport package wheel on a Pirelli P0 tire. We have a brand new set of additional 18-inch wheels that were purchased from BMW after the fact on brand new Michelin tires. Inside you have floor mats that are brand new. I'll show you towards the end of the video. There's 2 more sets of OEM floor mats in the box that are brand new, as well as an additional set of OEM rubber mats that are new. We also have a factory bought, or excuse me, BMW bought sunshade for the front. We have authentic BMW top ski racks as well. You can use for many things, ski racks, whatever, but they are OEM racks up top with the keys. And the condition of this thing is absolutely superb. I've been in the industry for about 18 years. This is the second 6-speed X5 that I've seen in person. Sport package looks absolutely incredible. You have the nicer front end, the big wheels, wide wheels, the beautiful side steps, the gloss black trim all the way around. I mean, this thing looks absolutely killer. I mean, the body is incredible. One of the reasons when he first called me and told me, hey, I got an 04 X5, he told me it had 200,000, 206 to be exact. I said, yeah, sorry, man, I'm not interested. And then he was just going into all the details about the truck, him upkeeping it, all the money he spent on it. And I said, sure, man, I'll take a look at it. So he sent me a large file of pictures and everything. And I was very, very thoroughly impressed. Pano roof, which works flawlessly. I mean, this X5 truly looks like it has 20,000 miles. I'm the owner of Davis Autosports. I do about 90% of our videos. You'll see usually at this time I speak about the paint correction that we did. We didn't do a paint correction on this. It didn't need it. It would be a waste of time. And it's also been finished with some sort of ceramic type of coating, just because the paint is very soft, very smooth, no contaminants. Look at the gloss black trim. Usually on these sport packages, this trim is destroyed, worn out. Also, take a look at these Pirelli P0 tires. The Michelin tires on the other set of wheels, which we'll show you earlier, are also like new. Brakes have been all recently serviced and are completely up to date. I mean, look at this thing. Rear park assist, factory tow hitch setup. Check out those front brakes as well. Beautiful front grille. Check out the paint on that hood. And I don't know the official color, but this color, I've had a number of my employees comment on it. It's a beautiful color. It's a mix between, in some lights it looks a dark gray or sort of like a light gray. It could look different, sort of an olive-ish green. It's a beautiful, beautiful color. I mean, it almost, as you see as we walk around between the shaded parts, the sun parts, just has a little bit of flop to it. Look at that sport package wheel. Caliper looks new, rotors look new. Pirelli P0 tires, tons of tread. Usually these sport package top part, that's aluminum, usually gets a little bit corroded. It looks beautiful. Look when the sun hits the paint. I mean, just beautiful, beautiful reflection. For some of you guys that aren't familiar with this type of tire, that's actually pretty much like new tread on this type of tire. You can see it still has the nipples on the side. Upgraded rotor that has been coated that prevents the rust. Calipers look great. And this thing's the real deal right here. Rear park assist. I'm going to go ahead and start to open up some of these doors. Also, there's brand new window film that's recently been installed as well. So since I am driving this truck, we opted to put the dirtiest floor mats out of all 4 sets in here. So what you're seeing with these floor mats are most likely the original ones, and they are the dirtiest. So we'll show you the other ones on video, but we also have them on pictures as well. And within that floor mat being the dirtiest, it's not dirty, and what you're just sort of seeing there is the way it's wiped. So those aren't stains, that's just the finish of how it was last touched. And the interior of this thing is beautiful. True sport package seat that slides out as it should on a sport package. Beautiful sport package steering wheel, and there is your 6-speed with the M shifter. I mean, look at this thing. 206,000 miles, and it looks like it has 10,000 miles. Both keys. Cold weather package. All the buttons are perfect. You have all your books and manuals as well. Cigarette lighter's never been used. Top of the steering wheel's perfect. All the buttons here. I mean, if this thing had 40,000 miles, it would be considered good condition. I mean, it's just a beautiful example. Just look how clean all the cracks and crevices are. Both keys. I mean, it's just very, very, very impressive. Now, out of the, we'll go ahead and pop the engine bay too. But take a look underneath this floor mat. Just, it's really perfection. As nice as the entire interior is, the only thing to really nitpick on, and I'll show you that, and it's nothing to nitpick, but just to bring to your attention. I mean, look at this engine bay. I mean, it's remarkable. When I get vehicles like this in as the owner, I appreciate stuff like this more than, let's say, an exotic car or expensive car. Or, we deal with all sorts of stuff. We got a Brabus G63 right there that's worth about 300K, a new C7 ZR1 at $150. We get all sorts of really cool stuff in, and I could honestly care less about that stuff. I like stuff like this that it's just hard to come across, and there's a lot of love that's been poured into this thing. Gorgeous burl wood throughout. This is the least cleanest of all the mats, and it's, of course, my crew did those nice fancy lines for you guys. So this is seats in great condition. This bolster right here is really all the wear and tear. Now, we have an upholstery division. We could do something as simple as fill that in and re-dye it. It's going to look better. It's not permanent. We can also rewrap that. That's going to cost you some money to do that, obviously. But I mean, for 200,000 miles, I think you just personally roll with it. Look at the door jambs. I mean, you can really see the greens down in here. I mean, the paint really will flip on you. Beautiful interior. Sun visors all function as they should. And look at the back seats, between the seats, the floor mats. Apologize, guys. Carpets. Once again, I mean, just look underneath the seats. These aren't loose from having stuff stored in them for months at a time. Heated seats. Got a really nice upgrade there with your iPhone, USB-C or whatever, the mini one. Cigarette lighter's never been used. Doesn't get any better, guys. And the drivability of this thing is perfect. So have your rear cargo. Inside of our facility, you have the top net as well. You have your BMW cargo mat. Underneath is flawless. You have your tie downs as well. I'm gonna try to get this out with one hand. That is the same style wheel that we have inside, ×4, with brand new Michelin tires mounted on them. You have all your tools, your jacks, newer battery, everything's in here. You have some additional stuff in there. It's not leaking oil. That's just to have some extra Mobile One. Got a rag, got a hitch in there. Guy had gloves in here in case he had to do anything outside. I mean, just one of those sort of complete gigs. As you heard that lock up. All right. We'll put one of these keys away. Both keys do function with lock and unlock as well. Check that out. No dead pixels, which is really neat. Same thing on the AC cluster. And guys, if you guys have been looking at these trucks or know these trucks, you know you're not going to find one nearly as nice as this. It's just impossible. So I do have a steady cam in one hand driving a manual, so you're gonna have to bear with me a little bit. Auto locks. Third gear shift. The light on the lower right part of the cluster is just the seatbelt indicator. We'll start off in second gear coming out of here. I'm gonna go ahead and do a second to fourth shift, so the RPMs are probably gonna go a little lower, make the drive a little bit easier. Go ahead and hit fifth, and we'll get into sixth. Very smooth shifting, clutch feels perfect. The steering on this thing is perfect. No driveline noises. I think I may keep this truck. It is very cold here. Today's actually been one of the warmer days. This truck has been outside since yesterday. So that light right there is just an indication that one of the tires is below the PSI range of what BMW sets it at. That's all that light is. And you'll lose air in very cold weather as well. Lights on, dim, bright. This road that we're on is a horrendous road. This is a huge logging area, and this road has nothing but extremely heavy semis driving down, and there's a lot of deep ruts in these roads and crowns, and this thing just drives incredibly smooth. To second. Engine sounds great. Do a full U-turn. Let go of the wheel. I mean, this car drives incredible. We'll stay in second gear. Oh, there's a semi coming, so let's alright. Get those RPMs up a little bit just to show you everything functions as it should. I mean, this thing, so quick recap: 04, 206,000 miles, sport package, 6-speed, all the service documents, all the service records, fully serviced. Literally, believe it or not, it's scary to say, but thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in recent services over the years on just over-the-top maintenance and upkeep. The undercarriage of this thing looks incredible. Each wheel that we have, they were all labeled and marked and stuff of that nature, which just goes to show the ownership of the truck. All the extras that I'll show you guys here in a moment, those were all purchased from their previous owner at the BMW dealership. Everything is authentic, and just a beautiful, beautiful truck. We'll be back here at the dealership in about a minute, and I'll show you some of the additional goodies that come with the truck. Even taking my hand off the wheel to get to the downshift, it just tracks straight. Beautiful E36 M3 that we just sold. So I will make my way into this part of the shop here. Let me all right, once again, while we're here, let's do a quick recap. These are all the repairs. I mean, that front crank seal alone, you want to talk about money. Power steering lines. This is all stuff that's been recently done. I think I'm selling this truck to myself by looking at all this. All right, so let's go show you all the additional goodies. So new floor mats in the box, rubber mats, your rear cargo cage, your netting right there, BMW for your front windshield with the bag right here, your roof rack from BMW with the tools and keys labeled, of course, and probably some sort of gadget for the rack and some additional seals. So that's it, guys. Do another show you what this thing looks like as the light gets a little bit darker out here, just to get another view of that paint. All right, guys, any questions? 855-955-3377. Thank you.